I want to bring up, this is a problem that I've been running into recently when I've been traveling, especially when I fly back to Kansas City and I'm wearing Royals stuff. I get this question a lot. How long have you been a Royals fan? Now, is that a
Yeah.
question that you find yourself asking people or being asked a lot recently?
I don't really care, but it is a topic that has come up a lot in the fandom because you've got a fan base that has been drawing 19,000, 20,000 fans per game, and now we just had our 2 millionth fan, and we still have 30 some odd games to go, and we're drawing 34, 35, 36,000 fans per game.
Which
You can't swing
which,
a dead cat and not hit somebody with a Royals hat, or a Royals shirt on. It's crazy.
like rewind 10 years ago, you couldn't fire a shotgun and hit somebody with a Royals hat or Royals, or even wearing blue.
Yeah.
Even wearing blue. I mean, unless they were a Jayhawks fan. I mean, that was a strictly yellow and red Chiefs city, hands down.
Yeah.
And,
It really was.
and if you wore a Royals something like out in public, and correct me if I'm wrong, you would get looks, but kind of like sympathetic looks, like, oh, there's the one of the 8,000 people that went to a game last year. Looks like that. It wasn't any like. Occasionally, you would get it like, hell yeah, Royals are going to be good this year. Blah blah. John Buck's really heating up. Or whatever it is. You'd have something like that kind of a conversation. But those are few and far between. But now, last couple weeks ago, I flew back to Kansas City, sat on the flight. Halfway through, I get like a little tap on my shoulder from the lady behind me. Immediately, how long you been a Royals fan? I don't know, my whole life. I've been a fan my whole life. I went to 26 games last year, and she'd already told me she lived in California, which I found that. And I was like, okay, so you're also a liar, but that's cool. But it's like, it doesn't matter. I'm kind of with you. It doesn't matter how long. I mean, I've got my buddy Mike Nielsen. He had season tickets in 2010. It's like we all know people, that have been fans for a long time. But the ultimate test, Chris, and it's the digital era and what you can do. If you want to prove that you're a Royals fan, or if you want to check to see if someone really is a diehard or not a bandwagon fan, just go on their Facebook profile. You can go back on their timeline and check 2009 and see how many times they posted about the Royals, and I bet it was 0.
Yeah, that's true. I think you've got a pretty clever way of doing it, too. I saw on your Facebook page the other day. This is what people here in town are doing. If you've got an Eric Hosmer jersey, or a Salvador Perez jersey, or a Johnny Cueto jersey, that's cool. That's great. Wear your colors. That's no problem. You had on a John Buck T-shirt, and so that automatically, it's not that it legitimizes you. It puts you into this other stratosphere of Royals fandom. If you're strutting around with a John Buck jersey, you're all right by me. I'm gonna buy you a beer, because that's pretty cool.
It's the same thing when I went up and I had to shake the hand of the guy wearing the Joe Ranta jersey at Kauffman Stadium last year. I was like, you're awesome. You're my hero, man. Thank you. Which is,
these and it's bandwagon fans, and that's these guys are paying for Johnny Cueto's salary and Ben Zobrist's salary. So I'm hey, the more the merrier. I'm cool.
Yep.
It gets a little annoying when you're trying to figure out, people are asking questions about that happened 2 years ago. Hey, it's all right. We're more the merrier. We're all having fun.
Yep.
We're 14 and a half games up. It's a nice problem to have.